Welcome back, everyone, to Lore of the Shadow, where last time we hunted down some signs and I was about to head out to look for the responses when I remembered I was supposed to be searching for a Captain Lochir. Well, I think this is the way that he went, so maybe, just maybe, I can find some answers over here on why everything is being delayed. Hello there.
We must keep ever vigilant.
Good. They sent another. Hmm. Well then, what are you waiting for? Lend us a hand. The captain's command was to roll over every stone and pry open every soldier's chest until we found something of value. If we don't step up the pace, we'll be out of here yet another day. What are you talking about? Oh well. I'll fine. I'll check the chest. Nothing of value. Then maybe he could give me some answers after I've done doing this. Not that he's likely to know, but apparently the captain was this way. Because he says this was his captain's orders. But why they are here looking for treasure instead of out on the out on the foothold where they were commanded to stay, I have no idea. Well then, I suppose I should kill an orc or three while I'm here because, well, those are my orders, right? To help to create trouble at the enemy, right? At least that's why the impression my orders are. I'm not even too sure I have orders at the moment, but I suspect general orders such as scout out the area, find out what's going on, and thin the numbers of the enemy that we'll inevitably have to face at some point. I mean, those are generally the things that people want me to do. Well, now let's see. Oh, we have to take care of you also then. Okay, there's the last chest over there. And now maybe after I finish this little chore, I could find out what is going on. Oh, so hold on, what's this? Oh, oh yeah. Talk to Eodon again. Alright, fine. Hold on. Oh, a goblin. I thought it was something important, something powerful, something mean. Nah, just a goblin. I didn't see anything in the chest.
Eyes up, ever wary.
At last, he lifts his gaze. His eyes widen in surprise when he sees that you are no common soldier. Well now, we were hardly with the captain long, were we? Got a ways down the road, saw some refuse, and he set us upon it. Seems to think that there is some treasure, I mean real treasure, might be just under the next piece of rubble. I can't rightly say that he set out with that in mind, but the idea seems to have seized him somehow, if you understand me. It comes to me now that we may have been the lucky ones. Oh, you think something's happened to him?
For Gondor.
Perhaps it is well that you're looking after him. Sorry I took my time. We know that he carried on further down the road. We watched him go. I'll confess that. Set his sights on something, and after a stretch of time he turned north. You go looking and find signs of him, I guess. Alright, fine. I will continue my search for him. I suppose I'll do a search for that before I go and search for the answer to that question, because I'm sure those signs that are all about aren't exactly the fastest form of communication around, so likely not used when things are ultra quickly urgent. I think this is the road where he turned. So now let's see if we can find any sign of the captain. Ooh, lots and lots of wheels spinning and pounding. I suppose I should check this area. It's most likely you spy a couple of more soldiers not far from the road. Okie dokie. Hello?
We should do what we must and leave this land quickly.
Well, that's probably a good idea. Well met. I can't say how good it is to find a friendly face out here. Did you take note of the several hatchways positioned about the area? They lead down into the crawlways among the forges. We were given the tiresome and dangerous charge to opening them in search of, well, I cannot say why, but the captain felt sure of some sort of treasure or artifact or powerful weapon might be within. In truth, as we went into and talked of little else, at every bend, under every potsherd, he felt something marvelous must lie. Would you help us with this task? We have done some and do not much further to go. Okay, no, I don't have much further to go. Okay, fine. I suppose I can help you a little bit with this. Alright, here's one. An unopened hatch. I think I figured out why he wanted me to do it. He was sure that something would pop out. Alright, a dwarf in the box. Okay. What do you call a dwarf in the box? A Durin in the box? I don't know what the really, really common dwarf names are. There you go. And whether they're so common that you would use them as the names of things that involve dwarves. There you go. What about this one? Anyone home? Okay, that's a goblin, so I guess I won't call that a... Okay, I know even less about goblin names than I know about dwarf names. Let's see. Are there any more down here? No, but there is an orc forge. Actually, I should check out those forges to... Well, first I'll see if there are any of these hatches nearby. But the other thing is that I am sure that that's one of the locations where I'm supposed to discover and add to my list of places seen. There you go. I guess at some point I am going to start... Okay, so I am not dealing with that, whatever that trait is, that... What do they call it? Well, at least there are a couple of hatches here. Okay, there's a furnace also. Okay. Alright, so now what's in this hatch? An orc! An orc in the box! Actually, okay, an orc in a box. See, you know, that sounds a lot easier to say than trying to come up with a random orc name that might be common with them. You know, like a Mazag in the box. That way you can punch it in the nose and feel some calm pleasure at doing it. There we go. Next. And more goblins. But in any case, what I am not finding is treasure. The only thing that I found beneath those hatches were enemies.
Come, come.
You found no treasure neither. Only goblins and the like? Hey, that's the same rotten luck that we've been having. Orders are orders, though, and if we keep at this, the sure thing will turn around. I don't think that there's any treasure down there, if you ask me, and I think that trying to open up more of those things is going to be foolhardy. Well, what do you say about that?
Aye.
You really think so? I thought it was a kind of madness, but then the captain is so clever and self-assured, and as time went on, it seemed that after all, it was the reason that our search party. But now I feel as if the fog has been lifted. You have given me courage to trust my eyes and my heart. Oh, what a relief. Malor? Will you help us out once more then? I think that we should shut back up some of the hatches that we opened before an overwhelming number of orcs and goblins come scuttling out of them. Well, I don't know. I have no idea whether or not that's going to happen, but I suppose we could. There's the first of the open hatches. Now, this Nernhoth here. He's not one that's willing to surrender, it looks like. So, sorry. Oh. I see why he wants me to close the hatches. There seem to be, those things are popping out all the time. Here we go. Now, let's close the hatch. One done. Now, there's another one around here. Oh, hold on. Yeah, there's one right over there. Oh! Yep, okay. Hey, this entire camp was made up of ones that popped out of here. I'm not too sure if closing the hatch is going to make them less likely to come up. Well, I suppose it'll keep someone coming up and saying, "Who opened up the hatch?" Oops. Okay. We have all sorts of nasties in the box. Okay, nasty in the box. That's going to be the official name because what else do we call it? Especially since you can never be sure whether it's going to be an orc, a dwarf, or a goblin. Now, are there any? Aha! One more over here. Okay, enemy in the... Oh no, nasty in the box I think sounds better than enemy in the box. I think enemy in the box is just one too many syllables. Alright. I shut them down and kept a few from getting out.
Aye.
You have my solemn thanks, good done, for freeing us from this folly. We'll return to the foothold with all speed, I assure you. But first, is there anything we ought to do for you? Can do for you? Yeah. Well, I would like to know where the captain went after all of this. Let's see. Let's try this. Let's try this. Okay, we'll take this one. Come on.
We should do what we must.
Yay!
And leave this land quickly.
Oh yeah, leave this land quickly. That might not be a bad idea. As long as you can find a way to do it that's consistent with your higher level orders, at least. You wish to know where Captain Lachir has gone. That I can say, and better than you might imagine. He set off east of here after leaving us here, and he was gone for some time. Then some half of a day later we saw him marching back along the road, and our hearts leapt, only to sink again. They came not for us, nor were they returning to the foothold. No, we watched them make their way down the central road, then up along the rising southwards pass. If you would find them, you must follow them there. All right, go search the northward road, and then up the right. Oh my goodness gracious. We got more to do and to search for him. I believe I found the road where he went, so let's make a bit of a turn and see what's up here. This is the rising road that the Captain Lockyer took. Well, at least that I was told he took. I mean, who knows what he did after that? I'm sure the soldiers can't know everything that Lockyer did. That's right, I remember coming up here when I was searching for signs. Well, now I'm finding a different type of sign. A sign of a captain that may or may not be around here anywhere. So far, a small knockdown Gondorian banner catches your eye. Probably Captain Lockyer's doing. Well, I would presume that Lockyer put the banner up and that this orc is the one who put it down, rather than Lockyer being the one who knocked down the banner. I mean, that wouldn't be polite to knock down when it was on King's banners, right? Okay, let's see what's on this banner. Of course, the white tree. There we go. The Gondorian banner stands proudly once more. All right. Now, continue up the road and see if we can find any more banners. So far, none. Let's see, how far is this away? Actually, I'm starting to get a little bit closer. A little bit closer, as long as I don't have to go all the way into Amarul or some distant place like that. Did I miss something? No, just a little bit further. Just need to have more pay. Ah! Here we are. Another banner. What, did these bugs knock it down? Well, they seem to be upset that I restored it. Continue up the road, fixing any other fallen banners that I find. Okay, so it looks like I need... There you go. It helps me a great deal if the pointers I'm seeing are accurate, right? Okay, let's see. This pointer is going off the road. Ah! There we are. Bigger insects. I'm beginning to think that there are a few bugs with this quest. And speaking of really big bugs, okay, fine. Well, once again we shall raise the banner of Gondor for all to see. And I'm sure the forces of Mordor will just love having them up here. I guess we head out to the next one. Well, it looks like I see a fortress up ahead. We'll run to another flag before the fort. Well, now, let me see. We have a captain who wants to search everything he could think of for treasure. Well, I suppose. A lone lookout stands on a rocky outcropping south of the road. Oh, there's another banner. And somebody keeping watch there. Well, at least, is he trying to guard it so that nobody knocks it down? I mean, sounds like a good precaution.
For Gondor.
Have you come here to relieve me? Truly, I know not how long I have stood here. The winds at the height cut through the armor, and though a foul smog poisons the air, I feel if every red, malicious eye of Udun is fixed upon where I stand. Oh, why do you ask? Come, stand by me, with your back to Udun and your eye up. What do you see? What do I see? You mean? Oh, okay. Actually, first. There you go. What do I see? You mean this big fortress that I was talking about a moment ago? A vast and foreboding edifice rises against the mountain face.
For Gondor.
That which you see is named Anglach, perhaps the greatest of forges of Mordor. I have stood and kept watch on it since yesterday, when Captain Lockyer posted me here. The lookout seems scared and miserable. You tell him to return to the foothold and... return to the foothold. I think you have spent enough time here. Reason and duty have warred in me these many hours. Thank you, Lord Master. That may stop the contest and leave here, hand in hand. Okay, good.
We must keep ever vigilant.
Have you guessed it? It was into Anglach that Captain Lockyer led the search party. He felt that for certain these miraculous treasures that he has become fixated on must lie within. I have watched for the better part of a day, and still they have not returned. Does that mean that they have found the treasures? I'm unsure. I do not like lingering on this thought. If you seek him, that is where you are to be bound to. As for me, I will take your good counsel, and I will make straight for the foothold. All right, good for you. Unfortunately for me, I have a feeling I need to go into a very foreboding place, which is where you're going to find me in the next episode of Lore of the Shadow. And believe me, this place looks like it's going to have a great deal of shadow and perhaps maybe even a little lore.